This is Morten from Inkish. We are so fortunate today to be with Meccanotecnica in Bergamo, just outside Milan in Italy. And Stefano, great to see you.
Great to see you, Martin.
I mean, we are in the heart of maybe the most famous and the best company doing section sewn or thread sewn books, right? But books are dying, right?
Actually, that's not true. Actually, books are pretty much alive, and we do see that, especially in digital print finishing, where new books are, let's say, being invented every day, and new business models have been adopted by publishers, and self-publishing is rising in many countries. So, books is as much alive as possible, I would say.
But it's amazing to think of, because I knew it was not dying, but I was just thinking that in a moment we're going to see a wonderful line that we will also be able to see a drupa. And before talking about that, I was just wondering, because I saw a soft cover, what's it called?
Perfect binder.
Yeah, no. Perfect binder, yeah.
Perfect binder.
See, I forgot the name. Stupid me. But I saw a perfect binder, and basically that is not your typical business. So
you're right.
Why is it here?
Why a perfect binder in a Meccanotecnica's line? Mm-hmm. That's thank you for this question. It's really important for me to highlight that yes, we are the leader in manufacturing automatic book sewing machines, in offset print finishing and in digital print finishing. But having to work with many digital printers and binders worldwide, we have seen in the past that many processes in the digital environment needed to be automated. Our customers need automation because they need to deal every day with hundreds of jobs with different formats. So from our point of view, we are machine manufacturers. We have been machine manufacturers for 60 years. We have an extensive know-how in book finishing, and we say, look, why we do not help our customers, and how we can help them in automating book production after thread sewing, or in alternative with thread sewing.
And it's funny when you mention that, because when we're going to see the machine in a moment, we see that these fantastic book blocks are delivered and they go directly into the perfect binder.
Yeah.
But then it leads to the next question, because I can see that you have gauge stations on it as well. Why not make hardcovers then when you're at it?
Because this line is a multifunctional line. It can do thread sewing book production, and there are two finishing methods we can use. It could be softcover finishing, or we can also prepare the book block for hardcover preparation. And we can also decide not to do thread sewing, but to do perfect binding by feeding pre-glued book blocks, for example, or loose sheets if we use a manual feeding of the binder. So the vision, actually, of the company, and you will see let's say, a part of the vision that we want to achieve in the next few years is explained with this multifunctional line. So now we are able, thanks to extensive R&D research and introduction of new machines, to not only provide automatic book sewer, but we also automatic back gluing and backlining machines. We can do also free side cutting with the automatic free knife trimmer. So we needed to add a perfect binder in our portfolio, and who knows what will be added in the next few years in order to complete the vision of becoming a full solution provider for the digital market.
See, Stefano, for a moment I was just about to say that you're a politician, because you talk about all the good things, and you didn't mention specifically that you're doing case bind. I guess you will be going that way. So as a company, 60 years old, and now you are entering into new territory. I mean, that gives a lot of taste for more business, right?
Exactly. So the introduction of the perfect binder will open up opportunities for us, because thread sewing is growing in digital, because thanks to the improvement in digital presses in terms of productivity and especially in terms of quality, customers, binders, printers, but also publishers are demanding this kind of binding technique because thread sewing is always associated with high quality book. So high quality thread sewing is increasing, but that's not enough. We want also to address the majority of the market because the majority of printers and binders are doing perfect binding. Yeah. So, and I believe we are more than capable of providing a machine that is as reliable as we are known to make book sewer, for example.
Yeah, because I was just about to say that when I talk to customers of Meccanotecnica, it is like you have a very good reputation in the market, right? And that is both in the offset part and in the digital part. That must make you proud of working in a company like this. So let's take a look at what we have here. First of all, I mean, forgot to say one thing that is important. We are in your production facility. So what we are going through now is not a finished machine. That is the one that we will see finished at drupa, of course.
It's going to be finished in a few days and then packed and delivered to drupa.
Fantastic.
So this is a great endeavor for us because it's a fully automatic multifunctional line capable of producing thread sewn products, finish them with softcover or prepare book blocks for the hardcover application, but it can also be used for perfect binding. And it's a very, very compact footprint. It's just
only 100 square meters?
100 square meters.
Wow, that's amazing.
So it's a very compact footprint, and we start...
I mean, the 100 square meters, that is if you put the Honkler outside the line, right?
No.
Okay,
within the line.
So within the line. Okay, so here we just to make sure that we have the Honkler unwinder, and then we have the Honkler, the cut stacker, that basically makes sure that you have the sheets going into the Meccanotecnica equipment, right?
Exactly. So we start with the Universe book sewer. This is one of our best-selling products. This is the version of the Universe book sewer that is continuously fed. Of course, in our portfolio, we also have the cut sheet version and the double feeding version. The double feeding version is quite a unique machine in the market because it allows customers to process digital printed products, but also combine them with offset printed signatures. So you can produce. You were talking about your magazine, right? Your so new idea. Exactly. So you can print, I don't know, the majority of your book with offset. And so thread sewn, essentially traditional sections, traditional signatures, and add one section that is digitally printed, for example, to personalize your content.
Fantastic. So, Stefano, when the sheet has left the cut stacker and gets into the machine here, maybe you can open it and explain a little bit about what is going on.
Let's start the machine.
Okay.
So let's have the machine running so we can understand better the process.
And we get the master of the universe to turn on the machine, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, that was simple, right?
That was simple.
Click on the start button and then we're running.
Exactly.
And everything is like in the programming, so the Honklers works perfectly together with the Meccanotecnica here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that you need to have the same speed and make sure that everything works fine, right?
The machines communicate with each other. So the master is the Universe. So the Universe requires the cutter to send a certain number of sheets. So everything is, the process is seamlessly happening during the production of the book block. So we feed the cut sheets, and I would say that the most important part of the machine is over here.
Okay.
So we open the safeguard.
And that is, of course, something you can only do when you're in production on a manufacturing side, right?
Exactly. Otherwise, the machine will stop running.
Maybe you can make it run a little bit slower.
Yeah. Can we run the machine a bit slower?
Just so it's easier to see what is going on, because I mean you have all the sheets coming in here.
So now we are reducing the speed in order to
better see
make
what's going on.
Sheets visible. So we feed the 4-page sheet and then we score them in the middle. Then gravity folds the sheet and over here, we create the section, we create the signature.
Yeah.
Everything is completely automated. So starting from the cutter, we read the data matrix code, and the data matrix code sends the information to the Universe bookseller regarding how many pages are in the book, how many signatures, and how many sheets per signature.
Okay.
And this data is variable. So you can also have books that have, for example, 6 signatures, and 5 signatures are made of 4 sheets, for example, and the last one is made of 3 sheets. So this is very important.
So you can have the exact number of pages that you need for a book block, basically.
Exactly.
Smart.
That's very important in order to minimize the number of white pages at the end of the book.
Is that something that is done in pre-press, or is that something that you can also do on the machine, or?
Of course, the composition of the book block is decided in pre-press, during pre-press. But then the machine automates itself without any manual intervention from the operator.
Smart. So you're not just a machine manufacturer, you're also a software manufacturer, right?
We are also software manufacturer.
Because I take that software is an important part of this setup, right?
Exactly. It gives us flexibility also when we have to improve the machine or to design a new piece of the software to add an extra feature.
Yeah.
And I was saying that this part is very important because, of course, when you run a very high speed, and you are producing an high quality, and you are producing an high quality book, you need to guarantee extreme quality, and you need to crease the 4th page sheet exactly in the middle. If you do that even 1 millimeter on the right or on the left, the quality is compromised. So
I actually think that your colleague, he just told me before that the tolerances are down to 0.1 millimeter, right?
That is correct.
And, I mean, if you think of this for a second, that is so tiny compared to the speed of what you're doing here, right?
Exactly, that is correct. We can go as fast as 110 meters per minute in a very reliable way, not as a maximum speed of the machine.
Here you have a nearline solution. Could you have it as an online solution as well?
Excuse me?
Could it also be an online solution? Or is it always nearline?
We do not suggest to run the book store in line with the digital press.
Okay.
Because we believe that doing so, it creates inefficiency in the system.
Because you have too many still standing time.
Exactly. When the book store stops, also the digital press stops, and vice versa.
So you have the signatures gathered here?
Exactly. So we collect the signature, and then the signature is sent to the book sewing unit, where we do all the magic, essentially, when we bind mechanically the sections together. This is a very important process. It's completely mechanical. So signatures are, let's say, sewn together by means of a cotton thread. And this mechanical binding gives the quality property that thread-sewn books are known for. So lay flat property, resistance, longevity. So essentially when a end customer or a publisher wants a high quality product, thread sewing is the binding technique they need to have.
And I was also told before that basically also what you do here is that when you have gathered the number of signatures you need for a book block, then you have an extra, extra sewing on the last. So you gather the signatures basically, right?
Yeah, exactly. So actually the sequence is already correct. So the sheets are already in the right sequence. But when we collate the sheets, of course, we double check that every sheet is in the right position, and the section that is coming to the sewing unit, is exactly as it is planned to be, as it was planned to be in the pre-press.
Okay, so Stefano, now we have seen the book blocks being sewn, and it comes out of the machine here, right? So tell us, what do we see here?
This is the final result. This is a book block coming out of the Universe book sewer, and you see that the sections are mechanically connected with each other by means of the cotton thread. So these are the thread stitches, and these binding techniques gives being a mechanical binding, gives extra strength to the book block, longevity, resistance, the ability to open lay flat in a very in a very easy way.
And I mean, that is also, like you said, that the company was 60 years old. This is the foundation of Meccanotecnica, right?
Exactly. This is our bread and butter.
Yeah. How much difference is it from, I mean, of course, how it is done, but the actual section or the thread tuning, is that the same as it was many years ago, or?
No, I wouldn't say that, because, of course, we have to evolve our machines to improve, constantly improve, listen to our customers, create new features. So the machines are completely redesigned. The electronics, the software, the graphic interface that is designed by Meccanotecnica are now a big differentiator compared to other competitors.
And we can see the books are coming out, right?
Yeah.
So let's go and see what happens now.
Yeah.
And I think it was funny what you call this machine, right?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, the Proxima. Now the book blocks enter the Proxima. This is a machine that with a nipping press, let's say, smash the spine of the book block and creates a perfectly square spine. This is important, especially for thread sewn products that sometimes, especially when they have several signatures bound together, they show what is called a nail effect. So the nipping press eliminates completely the nail effect. So the book block is ready to be processed downstream.
And the thing that goes down, that measures the thickness, right?
Measure the thickness,
okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So the machine automatically adapts the width of the channel based on the thickness of the book block that is coming. So no manual intervention, no operator intervention is needed. Over here, if the production, if the book blocks need to be prepared for the hardcover application, we apply the end sheets to the first and last page of the book block. If the book blocks needs to be finished with a soft cover,
you just bypass that station.
Exactly, this
yeah.
station is bypassed.
And what goes on here? That is just a transport?
It's just a transport, an interface.
Yeah.
And then we lay down the book block in order to automatically feed the new introduction in our portfolio, the Serio Perfect Binder.
How long time does it take to develop a machine like that?
Years.
Years?
Years.
Okay, so it's not easy peasy?
It's not easy peasy. Okay. We didn't want to introduce just a regular binder. We knew that other binders for digital print finishing are available on the market. So we just needed to have a brilliant idea and then develop it by using our know-how and make what we believe is now the most efficient binder in its category when processing ultra short runs.
When I met with your colleague Julie this morning, she said that you had 4 patents on the machine.
Yeah. So basically, we didn't have just one idea, but we had 4 ideas.
Minimum 4 ideas.
Minimum
right?
4 ideas,
yeah.
Exactly. So this is kind of a unique machine. Yes, it performs the softcover application, or it can also be used to apply the reinforcing tape or the lining. So again, it's multifunctional. It can be automatically fed, and there are 4 patents that cover, I would say, the most important processes of the machine. The driving system is patented, so
okay,
the free clamps...
it's different from what you normally see where you have chains, right?
Exactly. Yeah, so we have free clamps, and the free clamps are independently driven, but this is done just by using one chain and one motor.
And what I like about this design also that you can have a see-through, so you can basically see how the covers are applied, right?
Exactly.
I think that looks nice.
Then other patents cover the way in which we open and close the clamps, or the way in which we register the soft cover, or the way in which we automatically fed the book blocks into the machine. All these aspects are covered by patents.
Is this something that will, I mean, you're showing it at drupa, but when will you start shipping it?
The machine is ready to be shipped right after drupa. Okay, so this is not a prototype.
Okay.
It's
a working
validated
model.
Version. So, as
that
I
must
was
be
saying,
nice for you to have something that ships.
As I was saying, we started years ago developing the binder, So we already went through the validation phase, and now we are already in the industrial phase in which the machine is validating, ready to be delivered. In drupa, the machine, this binder will not be a prototype, but it will be the industrial version of the binder.
And that must be fun to work on something for a long time, and then you see it.
Seeing the results.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So the automatic feeding system is quite peculiar.
Because you have the books coming in from the
books are coming
right?
from the right side of the binder, and they are fed from beneath the clamp. So during the feeding process, book blocks are measured in thickness, and also the spine height is measured. So the machine double check the dimensions that are being provided by an XML file or a JDF file, and automate itself according to the measurement, the resulting measurement. And we feed the book blocks from beneath the clamp.
So they come up here basically, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see it opens.
Exactly, from beneath the clamp.
That is also new, because normally you have like feeding them from the top, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But by doing so, you are always available the manual feeding of the machine. So if for any reason you need to manually feed blue sheets,
you can always do that simply.
You can always do that without removing any part or touch any part of the machine. And
that gives a productivity gain in itself as well, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. One thing that you didn't talk about, you have the gauging station as well, right? So
So in this case, since we are processing thread sewn book blocks, the milling tool is disengaged. Of course, it can be engaged, and we can do
But you don't want to do that when you have section 2,
exactly.
of course, right?
Exactly. Then we apply, in this case, the EVA glue on the back. And one of the peculiarities of this machine is that the side glue is always applied through nozzles.
Okay.
That's a process quality feature. So by using nozzle...
normally it's like wheels, and then...
normally it's wheels.
And when you have the nozzles, do you have more control on...
You have control of the glue stripe, the width, the quantity of glue, when we start the stripe and when we end it. So we are full control of that aspect. And then we apply the reinforcing tape or the lining, of course, when we have to prepare book blocks for the cover application. In this case, we apply a soft cover.
But it really looks like a smooth operation with the machine, right? I mean, we are not seeing any operators on it yet, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you basically have, of course, the glued books coming out on the conveyor before entering into the 3-knife trimmer.
Exactly. One aspect that I would like to highlight is that book blocks are not just falling down from the clamp, but there's a gripper that takes the book block and gently moves the book from vertical to horizontal position. So even if the glue is still hot, the spine is not affected by the falling process because it is controlled.
So this is a brilliant example. Oh, no, it's actually not a brilliant example, right? But
actually, the soft cover we apply is just a sample soft cover. It's not for...
So it's not for like a production. Okay. But you see the scoring and you see the side glue here. No leftovers or anything like that. And that is what you can control with injection system.
Exactly.
And then basically it goes into the...
To the automatic 3-knife trimmer.
And that's where you're changing some parts on it right now, right?
Still the machine is in an assembly phase, but the process that is performed is the 3-side cutting. Again, this machine is controlled by a camera that reads a barcode. The barcode instructs the machine about the job ID that it's going to process, and all the information are retrieved from the MIS system.
Is this also a new machine, or?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All of these machines are designed and manufactured by Meccanotecnica.
Nice, right? We are back where we started, right? But now you get the finished books out of here, right?
So the feeding and and the unloading of the book blocks
and that, of course,
happens in a very short, in a very limited space.
And that gives an opportunity for the operator to handle, like, So how many operators for, let's say, managing a machine like this are you recommending?
I would say, I mean, depending on their experience, but I would say that normally speaking, 3 operators as a maximum is a natural quote for such an extensive line.
Okay, and that is compared to what was the standard before? Is that like competitive, or what do you think is normal?
Having all the machine connected together, of course, removes many touch points. Otherwise, you need at least 1 or 2 operators for every machine. So,
okay, so of course you save labor on this.
It's a big improvement.
Okay, and is that like one of the KPIs when you sell these machines? Is that, I mean, first of all, it looks like really nice quality that comes out of it, but it is also that it's operator friendly. That is also, I guess, more and more important, right?
Yeah, definitely. So let's say the operator friendliness could be measured by the level of automation of the machine. So everything is automated through XML file or JDF file, or from the reading of barcodes or data matrix. But another aspect is the user interface. So we design
I saw you have big screens
big
on
screens.
different stations.
The data is represented in a graphic way. There are no words, no translation needed. So very easy to use, and especially for certain markets where, the operators in the finishing area, sometimes they do not speak the language normally spoken in that country. So not having a dictionary, not having words written on the monitors is a big advantage.
Fantastic. Stefano,
thank you.
Thank you for the walkthrough.
Thank you for your time, Morten.
Super nice.